are less than 2 days away from our next opportunity to launch the Space Launch System rocket and Orion space. Okay, we'll take here in the black shirt.
Hi, Michael Grushko, National Geographic.
The weather forecast is favorable. We might find that a combination of technical issues or somebody being out there on the range that shouldn't be out there from a public safety standpoint, and just, you know, a cloud cell or that kind of stuff could cause us to miss the opportunity. There's no guarantee that we're going to get off on the 3rd, but we're going to show up and we're going to try and we're going to give it our best.
Tuesday's briefing kind of brought up memories of the ICE team and the work they did during the final inspections of the pad, looking at things like...
We had a plan going into the August 29th launch attempt, and it used these sensors to help confirm the proper thermal conditioning of the engines. We had trained that plan, and then we ran into other issues. We ran into a leak at the tail service mast umbilical, and then we had a vent valve that was not operating properly. So we were off the script in terms of the normal tanking operation, and the team did a fantastic job working through the managing of a hazardous condition. And one of the worst things that you can do when you find yourself in a hazardous condition is just go even further off script and to deviate and get into an operation that you're not prepared or trained for. So the team did absolutely the right thing on the 29th, and they knocked off the operation, and they knocked off the test, and they got us into a safe configuration, and then they spent the last couple of days reviewing the data. And that was absolutely the right thing to go do.
What we're looking for roughly is, well, we're looking for saturation temperature, and that's a function of...
Again, Artemis 1 is the first test flight in a series of increasingly complex missions, and the next mission is intentionally, Artemis 2 is intentionally our crewed flight test. So Artemis 1, we are buying down the risk associated with crewed flight on the next mission, specifically reentry of the vehicle at lunar reentry conditions. In order to get there, we have to set up those initial conditions using the performance of the rocket by getting it to the lunar reentry conditions. The rocket has to deliver us to the point of translunar injection. We want to shake down the spacecraft through flying out through the Van Allen radiation belts, the orbital debris field, and operate it in the deep space environment. Those are all things that we have to do with crew on board on the very next mission.
Earlier in the week, you gave an assessment that there was a 1 in 125.
We know that there's risk involved with this first mission, but in terms of the incremental risks that we dispositioned today at the mission management team, it was a marginal increase in risk, and we are clearly ready to fly on Saturday with an understanding of what that risk is.